Hi, my name is Kevin Taylor. Welcome to the 2020 edition of With All Due Respect. Today, we'll be discussing the 2 million cedis, 2 million cedis scandal at Sada or NDA. This is With All Due Respect. So with all due respect, we would like to thank every single individual, especially every single Ghanaian who supported us in 2019. Now we are in 2020. More scandals. Yes, more scandals. We are actually going to be taking care of the 2019 scandals we didn't finish through to 2020. Now, in 2019, I'm talking about the later part of 2019, from October to December. Some serious scandal happened at the Northern Development Authority. We used to call it SADA. We all know SADA and its issues. We, the NPP, came to power through SADA. When I say we came to power through SADA, because we made a big deal out of SADA. We said the former administration, the NDC, actually duped Ghanaians. Yes, misappropriation. Lots and lots of money went under the tables when SADA was actually put together by the former administration led by John Dramani Mahama. Ghanaians listened to us. We told Ghanaians that when we come, we're going to straighten things up. We're going to make sure the people who were vulnerable, the people who were poor in the northern region, the other parts of the country, were all going to benefit from SADA. So we came in as a new government, NPP. We rebranded SADA. We call it the Northern Development Authority. Today, I'm going to reveal one of the biggest scandals to hit SADA or NDA, Northern Development Authority, in these recent times. You remember that the president, before the year end, sacked the acting CEO or the boss of NDA. His name is Dr. Majid Harun. We all know that. The letters were flowing on social media and all that. I'll be talking about that. But before that, I would like us to, in fact, watch a little news that was making rounds in 2019 before 2020. I just want to build the story so that people understand the scandal. How this government we have today is a criminal enterprise led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, because in this scandal, which hit NDA or SADA, it was actually orchestrated by the big house, which is the presidency. The presidency is involved. The Northern Regional Minister is involved. The NPP Northern Regional Chairman is also involved in the scandal. His name is Samba. Yes, in fact, you can see these three gentlemen behind me. I need to introduce these gentlemen. You can see the Northern Regional Minister. His name is Alhaji Salifu Said. His name is in the scandal. 2 million cedis. If 2 million cedis is not big money enough for you, you have to understand 2 million cedis in old Ghana cedis is 20 billion old Ghana cedis. 20 billion old Ghana cedis. That's what we're talking about. That is the money that we are going to be talking about today. And that money, we don't know where it went. Also, you can see behind me is the NPP Northern Regional Chairman. His name is Samba. He's actually the CEO of a company called Savlink, Savlink, Savlink. Don't forget this name. He is the NPP Northern Regional Chairman. His name is Samba, and he owns a company called Savlink. So, let me just show you this quick news. Joy actually reported, a couple of news outlets reported. Remember, before the year ended, there was this news that SADA's premises caught up in fire. Fire destroyed some few tricycles. In fact, we're talking about tricycles today, and we're talking about in hundreds and all that. Let's just watch this small piece, and then we'll come back to the scandal of the day. Now, what you just saw was a report by Joy, and I give credit to them. They actually made Ghanaians and other outlets. If you go on Ghana Web, these are public documents. I'm not making anything up. This video you just watched, it wasn't the best of videos, but you saw clearly what happened at the premises of NDA. That's the Northern Development Authority. They told us that some tricycles were burnt. Honestly, they didn't really give us any report again. Nothing was told. The public, we were not told how the fire started. They just told us because of the Hamatan, some fire blew in there, and so we just accepted it. We just accepted that some few tricycles were banned. Now, the scandal. This is how it started. On the 28th of October 2019, 28th October 2019, the dates are very, very important to me because the dates will make you understand how these people actually put this scandal together, this crime together. We are talking about 2 million Ghana cedis. Each tricycle in Ghana today costs not less than 5,000 cedis. Now, if 400 tricycles have gone missing, we are talking about 2 million Ghana cedis. In old Ghana cedis, we're talking about 20 billion old Ghana cedis. Now, this is how it started. Producer, can you put this, the first document on the screen? It's captioned, Movement of Northern Region Consignment of Tricycles. Can you put it here? Yes. And I'm going to publish this on Loud Silence website. I'm also going to be reading this into detail for you on Wednesday on Loud Silence Radio. We'll talk about that later. Now, in this document, which was written on the 28th of October 2019, the Regional Minister, Northern Region, Tamale, and this is what it says. It's from the Northern Development Authority, NDA. Remember, around this time, the NDA boss, Dr. Majid Harun, had not been fired by the president. Remember, the president fired Alhaji Majid Harun on the 12th of December 2019. So around this time, Dr. Majid Harun was still the boss or the CEO or the acting CEO of NDA. That's the Northern Development Authority. It used to be Sada. It was rebranded by us, the NPP. So remember that all this letter was written when Majid was in office. Now, this is the first, 28th October 2019. It's coming from the Northern Development Authority. And the caption is Movement of Northern Region Consignment of Tricycles. And I read, I write to make a formal complaint that about 400 pieces of tricycles that were meant for the Northern Region have been taken away without my permission. This is the boss of NDA speaking. And he wrote this letter to the regional minister. Remember, the regional minister's name is Alhaji Salif Said. So NDA boss was writing to the regional minister that some tricycles have been taken away without his permission. And I'll tell you the number of tricycles which were taken away. He says that, I write to make a formal complaint that about 400 pieces of tricycles that were meant for the Northern Region have been taken away without my permission or permission of any of my staff. They made it known to my officers at the point of collection that this was part of the Northern Region consignment. I was informed that these containers were moved on Sunday, the 27th of October 2019 by a youth group in Tamale. Remember, this letter is in the 28th. It means the bikes or the tricycles were moved the Sunday, which is the 27th. I would like people to follow this very, very critically because the dates are very important. So the tricycles, some youth came into the premises of NDA and moved about 400 tricycles on the 27th. On the 28th, the boss of NDA, the former boss of NDA, whose name is Majid Harun, wrote to the regional minister. And he said that, Sir, at this point, we request your support for security to secure the goods wherever they are held and to ensure that the containers in which they are held are not tampered with. We are talking about 10-footer containers. You know, I know Ghanaians know containers, know about containers a lot. We're talking about 10-footer containers, and each container carried 40 tricycles. 10-footer container is not any child's game that anyone can just walk into a premises and carry and take away. 10. Each carries 40 tricycles. 10-footer container. And everybody knows how 100 men cannot carry 10-footer containers. One container, they can't. But we're talking about 10, which contains, each container contains 40 tricycles. Now, I continue the letter. He says, Sir, at this point, we request your support for security to secure the goods wherever they are held and to ensure that the containers in which they are held are not tampered with. Since the consignment belongs to the Northern Region, Honorable Minister, you have first rights of call upon them, and we stand to be directed by you on what action is to be taken. He goes on to say, Honorable Minister, you may recall that we have in the past asked that a combined police and military support was required to secure the distribution of these machines. I would be grateful if you could give the NDA an audience as soon as possible to strategize with us on how best to resolve this issue. Yours faithfully, Dr. A.M. Harun, AGCONDA. He CC'd the Honorable Minister, MSDI, NDA Board. So, when the gentleman came to the premises of NDA on the 27th of October 2019, they took away 10-footer containers. Yes, 10-foot. You know, we are talking about containers. Each container carried 40 tricycles. In total, we're talking about 400 tricycles. And I'm not being dramatic here or being no, I'm not trying to make things up. This is the letter. The former NDA boss wrote it. We are talking about 10 containers. 10 carrying 40 tricycles each. Each tricycle cost 5,000 Ghana cedis. In total, we're talking about 2 million cedis worth of tricycles, which were in all these 10 containers. Now, in the old Ghana cedis, we're talking about 20 billion. 20 billion. This letter was written on the 28th of October to the regional minister from the NDA, the former NDA boss who was fired in December. Now, on the 1st of November 2019, producer, can you put this there? I want everybody to follow this. This year, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing people facts. We're going to be making sure that every single statement we make on With All Due Respect is backed with documents, as we've been doing all these years. And we'll make sure that we go deeper than we used to, because this is an election year and we're not going to make any criminal get away with anything. If the special prosecutor, the attorney general, the police, they've refused to do their job, we make sure that we tell Ghanaians the truth. Now, on the 1st of November 2019, the Northern Development Authority, NDA, it was still headed by Majid Harun, wrote a letter to the divisional commander, Lamashugu Circuit Tamale. The divisional commander, Lamashugu Circuit Tamale. This letter was coming from the NDA, and it was still headed by Majid Harun, Dr. Majid Harun. And the caption is Report on Tricycle Distribution. Report on Tricycle Distribution. And I'm going to read this. I'm taking my time to do this because I don't want some bald man to come sit on social media, sit on radio and say Kevin Taylor is making things up. I'm providing the documents. And if I am lying, anyone whose name is mentioned here, any office mentioned here, if they think I'm lying, they can sue me. If they think I'm lying, they should come out and say that every document that Kevin Taylor provided on his show is a lie. That is what I'm waiting for. And I'll prove to Ghanaians that I don't lie. Everything I put here are the facts. We've done lots and lots of investigation on this issue. I am angry because Sada was one of the issues that brought we the NPP to power. And today, if we are going to steal from the people, we are going to take from the people, the vulnerable farmers, vulnerable widows who need these tricycles to make a living, then why should we lead the people today? In 2015, 2016, 2017, we talked about Sada a lot. And I'm talking to NPP. We said that, and as we speak, nobody has been arrested. All the allegations we made against the NDC in 2015, 2016 about Sada, not a single individual has been put in the law court to answer questions. But today, we are stealing 20 billion. And the president is aware of this, and he's shielding. And I'm going to prove to Ghanaians why the president knows about this scam. My fellow Ghanaians, we are not here to intimidate anybody, and we are not here because we hate anybody. We are here because of Mother Ghana. We are going to make sure, loud silence media, with all due respect, that criminals who have turned themselves into politicians are all exposed. Now, on the 1st of November 2019, this is what happened. The NDA boss wrote to the divisional commander, Lamashugu Circuit, and this is what he said. The caption is Report on Tricycle Distribution. Producer, let it be there. Yeah. The Northern Development Authority was established by law as Act 963 from the former SADA. One of the assets we inherited was a stock of motor tricycles. Our board made a decision to sell the tricycles. Now, allocations were made to different stakeholders after adverts were made in the media about intentions to sell all and requesting potential buyers to send in requests. At a meeting with the 5 regional ministers, it was decided that regional stakeholders' consignment be deposited with regional ministers. I'm going to take this again. At a meeting with the 5 regional ministers, it was decided that regional stakeholders' consignment be deposited with regional ministers. So you understand, that is the reason why the NDA boss quickly, after the 10 containers were taken from the premises of NDA, he quickly wrote to the regional minister, because those people who came to take these tricycles from the premises of NDA actually mentioned the regional minister's name and told them that the permission was from the regional minister for them to come and take 10-footer containers, 10 of them, each containing 40 tricycles worth 2 million Ghana cedis, old Ghana cedis 20 billion. And you want to tell me you can lift 10 containers with a finger and nobody saw those people? Nobody saw those people. No documentation was done. I have questions to ask. And those questions I would demand reasonable answers. And this is not just going to go under the carpet. No, it is not. Now, this is what it goes on to say that in this letter. At a meeting with 5 regional ministers, it was decided that regional stakeholders' consignment be deposited with regional ministers. It goes on to say all plans were followed in the 4 regions except in northern region where a group of youth, take your time and listen to this, where a group of youth came in and took away 400 tricycles. This letter is from the former NDA boss to the divisional commander. 400 tricycles. Their excuse was that the regional minister, and the regional minister is Alhaji Salifu Said, he needs to answer questions. This is a letter the NDA, former NDA CEO, wrote to the regional minister. It's a report. The excuse was that the regional minister asked that they should pick their consignment from his batch. I had therefore thought that I, as CEO, needed primarily to pursue payment of the tricycles that had been taken. I did not feel at the point that a formal report was required, as the matter appeared to have been settled at the regional office. So the NDA boss, the former NDA boss, was trying to say that he knew or he believed that the regional minister actually sent those people to come pick 400 tricycles, 10-footer containers containing 40 tricycles each. They came in and just did the damage, took everything away. Now, he goes on to say in his own letter to the divisional commander and saying that on reflection and discussions with my board, however, I have decided that I must apologize to you for not correctly and appropriately reporting to you the security issues at the office that I had been going through for your records. Given that the area is within your jurisdiction and authority, I sincerely apologize for the oversight. So basically, when this happened, immediately the NDA boss did not even report this. He did not officially report to the police, report to the regional. No, he didn't do that. Now he's writing to the police to tell them what happened. He didn't officially say, open an investigation into this, because 400 tricycles has been taken away by some youth who said the regional minister, they didn't come with any document. And the regional minister, I know, has a phone. So the NDA boss couldn't pick up a phone that moment, anybody there, his deputy, whatever, and say, regional minister, are you aware of these pickups? Nobody. The regional minister is in Kotobabi, so his network is off. We are not kids in this country. Now let me go on. This is the most interesting part. He says that, Commander, this is to formally report that Savlink, remember I said Savlink. Savlink belongs to the NPP Northern Regional Chairman. His name is Samba. So in the letter he says that, Commander, this is to formally report that Savlink Company entered the NDA premises and taken away without our authorization. So from this statement, the former NDA boss knew that the NPP Northern Regional Chairman, Samba, who owns Savlink Company, came there to take the 400 tricycles. He knows because he said it here. And he confidently stated it. This is a confirmation that the former NDA boss, the former Sada boss, knew that the NPP Regional Chairman, Samba, who owns Savlink, came in and took 40 tricycles. He took 10 containers, each 40-footer container, each containing 40 tricycles. He goes on to say 10 40-foot containers, each holding 40 tricycles, and that's totaling 400 tricycles. I also received police support after I met the regional police commander to lodge a complaint and to request police service support. Board decisions as at now is that the goods be returned to NDA and that the proper procedure be followed. The number approved for allocation to Savlink is 200. So he's confirming here that the NPP regional chairman, they were supposed to give him 200 tricycles. Now we don't even know if he had paid for them or not. He goes on to say, and can only be collected after payment have been made. We would like to ask a simple question. Did Savlink, which is being owned or whose CEO is the NPP Northern Regional Chairman, Samba, did they pay even for the 200 tricycles? But we know that they came to take 400 tricycles. 400. Each container was a 40-foot container. Each contained 40. And this guy just came to pick 10 containers. And you want to tell me you can't find where those containers are in the northern region? They've disappeared. Today, MPP executive, MPP ministers are sharing tricycles. We don't know where they come from. You cannot say this person too. You don't know where they come from. Samia Ukudem were sharing motorbikes, and we know all these kind of motorbikes were linked to this during the primaries. Let's go on. Now, it goes on to say that board decision as of now is that goods be returned to NDA and that the proper procedure be followed. The number approved for allocation to Savlink is 200 and can only be collected after payments have been made. However, a clear message must be delivered to all stakeholders that all motor tricycles shall be paid for before they are taken away from the NDA premises. You will be informed of progress being made to get back our tricycles and to continue to discharge our duty in peace. We will come to you. The NDA says that they will come to the police. We will come to you as and when it has become necessary. The taxpayers' money, 400 tricycles, totaling about 2 million cedis. All Ghana cedis, 20 billion. And you, the NDA boss, tell the police that, wait, these things have been taken away. The regional minister knows about it. Our regional chairman, Samba, knows about it. But wait, when we are ready, we will let you know when to open investigations into the taxpayers' stuff. Are we sick as a people? And then you get people saying that Kevin has an agenda against anybody. This is 1, 2, 3. Simple thing. We don't need a PhD holder to come and explain this to you. These documents are coming from the office of NDA and the Ghana police. And also I will show you documents from the presidency. You don't need anybody to come and tell you that you are being stupid or being deceived, that 400 tricycles have been shared among a few people. 20 billion old Ghana cedis gone. No questions being asked. And people will scream and say that you hate somebody. This is Sada. Sada that we won elections on MPP. We have become a criminal entity, shielding criminals. Now, someone will ask a few questions. When those people came to NDA office to pick these motorbikes, 400 motorbikes in these big containers, who led those youth? Who led them? Because the NDA boss had made us understand that it was Savlink, and Savlink is owned by Samba, who is the MPP Northern Regional Chairman. We are just asking questions. Maybe the police don't know how to ask questions, so we are going to help them ask questions. And then what documentations were done after and before these tricycles were taken out? Because I know that somebody in charge of that premises, somebody didn't break the door to bring in trucks to carry these heavy tricycles away and these containers. You can't just walk in with a Bible in your hand, Quran in your hand, and carry a tricycle with your lips. You need heavy duty machines to pick these 40-footer containers. So who was in the premises? Did anyone write a report? The former NDA boss, did he ask anybody who came? Do they have CCTV there? What kind of country are we building? Are we sick? This is Sada. The Sada we made noise to give us power. Sada. This same Sada will take us to a position. Yes. Sada. We are not done. This is just the first part. I'm going to show you what has gone in. A lot of things on radio. A few questions. Have the containers been located? Those containers, they were taken on the 27th of October 2019. We are in January, almost 8 or something. Have those containers been located? They disappeared in the northern region. Nobody saw the containers again. The tricycles all disappeared. Tricycle don't be small thing. Aboboya, you can't just say Aboboya should disappear. A bleaching pastor like Owusu Bempa cannot even command Aboboyas to disappear. So this is serious stuff. And these people are walking around, hitting their chest. Ghana belongs to them. Because we, the citizens, sometimes we have become too timid and stupid to ask questions and demand reasonable answers. We allow ignorant idiots to just take advantage of us. We know how Sada ended in the first administration. We thought that we have recovered, not knowing these are hardened criminals with serious venom in their mouths to kill us off. And today you can ask questions. The moment you ask questions, they put you in a basket. You work for this person. You are for this person. My fellow Ghanaians, let us reason small. Let us ask questions. This government, which I voted for, is a criminal enterprise. And I will not lie to you. This is Sada we are talking about. We rebranded it, NDA, Northern Development Authority, to steal from the people. 20 billion old Ghana cedis. And you want me to sit here and come and say, God bless you, Mr. President, God bless you, everybody, and that we are MPP? I will be sick in my head to do that. Let's go on. Now, this is the breaking point. So on the 12th, the president decides to fire the NDA boss. Yes, Dr. Majid Harun. And in the letter, the president says simple things. He says, referencing is made to our letter dated 6 April 2018 with number OPSI 02 volume 2 15/18391, pursuant to which you were appointed as the chief executive officer of the Northern Development Authority. Your said appointment is hereby revoked by the president. Please accept the president's best wishes. It was signed by Nana Bedietu as usual. Secretary to the President, CC the Vice President, CC the Chief of Staff, and CC the Honorable Minister, Ministry of Special Development. It is so funny. You know, these people are comedians. They are criminal comedians. See, after the President fired this guy on the 12th, in the same day, after 2 hours, just 2 hours, the regional CID, Northern Region, Ghana Police, they also decide to open an official investigation into this matter. This 400 tricycles, which were stolen in October. Now, our source tells us that the presidency ordered the regional command never to open investigations until they get rid of this guy as an appointee of the president before people come after the presidency. So what the presidency did was, wait, let us fire this guy the same day, and that when we fire him, make sure that you open an investigation. So on the 12th of December, the same day, after 2 hours, when this guy was fired, the regional CID, Northern Region Ghana Police, they wrote to the CEO, Northern Development Authority. The caption is Criminal Investigations, and it says the Regional Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service has been tasked to investigate the circumstances under which 400 tricycles were allegedly stolen from the yard of Northern Development Authority. It says, having read your statement submitted and received on the 12th of December 2019, the following persons of interest are to be released to assist with investigations. It says that these three people, the deputy CEO who is mentioned in your statement, the statement of Dr. Majid Harun, the former NDA boss, this person's name too was mentioned, Mr. Samba. Mr. Samba is the Northern Regional Chairman of the NPP. He owns Savlink, the company that went in there to take 400 tricycles with the regional ministers on the regional minister's command. And also the national security officials who are mentioned in your statement. Now, let me tell you, these national security guys, I have all of them, I have their pictures and I have the story. My fellow Ghanaians, let me tell you, this is a criminal enterprise, from the security all the way to the last messenger. These people are in to finish this country off. We are talking about Sada. Sada is the story that brought we the NPP to power. Sada. Today, what are our communicators going to say on radio? 20 old Ghana says 20 billion has been shared among 3 people. Can we go on radio and say that the NDC, they stole from Sada, they are criminals? We can't. As we speak, nobody has even been called for investigations. I'm talking about the past administration. So what makes your case a valid case? But today we have documents, you people yourself, explaining the crime you committed. This is where we are now. A president shielding criminals from Charles Bissiou, Ejakun, that criminal, Pius Heze, criminals, the PDS scandal, shielding his cousins. This is the president who is overseeing a criminal enterprise called the government. And you want me to come and sit here and say, Mr. President, God bless you. Mr. President, for more for Nana. Am I sick? Is there kerosene in my head? Today, can we speak about Sada? We are talking about 2 million Ghana cedis, 20 billion old Ghana cedis, and nobody's accounting for this. Nobody. You can ask, well, how far is with the investigation? And everybody will be quiet. This guy is walking in and out of the Jubilee House because he's an MPP person. My fellow Ghanaians, on Wednesday, meet me on Loud Silence Radio. I'm going to tell Ghanaians something they've never heard before. Sada, there's more to it than this. I'm just giving you glimpses. This is just 2 million Ghana cedis. There is 8 million Ghana cedis. And convert that into old Ghana cedis. I'm telling you, these people are filled with venom. They are criminals. This action click can destroy this nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue this conversation. Make it a serious one on radio. Join me on Loud Silence Radio on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Ghana time. And I'm going to show you other documents. I'm going to expose people in this NDA. We just branded Sada NDA to steal from these vulnerable people. My fellow Ghanaians, I have told you I'm just a messenger without a Quran or a Bible in my hand. A messenger who is ready and willing to speak truth to power. A messenger who is focused on the issues. Ladies and gentlemen, this is With All Due Respect.